Happy and energetic day, dear children. I welcome you all to the English Corner. Children, what we are going to learn today? Yes, it is a supplementary reader. It's a small story. The name of the story is Old Clock Shop. The Old Clock Shop. It will be very interesting if you know in depth and if you go in depth about that story, right? The Old Clock Shop. It's a small concept which is explained for you, right? It's all Christmas Eve. You know how a Christmas Eve will be? Very good. It will be full of snow and full of celebration mode. And the closing time of shops. So shops will be open till midnight, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, all that. Okay. Now, this is the outline of the first part of the story, dear. It's Christmas Eve and closing time for shop. Ray's old clock shop is still open. So, Ray is the name of the person. He is the owner of the clock shop. He's old man and his old clock shop is still open. All other clock shops and all other shops are all at the closing time. Two shoppers call at this late hour. So, two shoppers are coming to his old clock shop. Let us see what is happening. Okay. So, can you able to see the clock? It is one of the old clock. So, Christmas Eve had arrived. As last minute shoppers were going home, a thick white sheet of snow lay over Salt Lake City, USA. Yet the lights were still burning in the old clock shop as Ray, its old deaf owner, worked on a clock he had sold that day. So Christmas Eve had arrived. Everybody will buy gift and they will give to their real relatives or young ones or dears. Okay. At the last minute, shoppers were going home. That is, at the last minute, they will buy something, some gift in a hurry, and they'll go home to give the Christmas gift to their dearest persons. Okay. So a thick white sheet of snow layer over Salt Lake City, USA. So this story is happening in USA. Can you able to see the picture with lot of snowfall? That is how the Christmas time will be. Right, December it will be full of snow. A thick white sheet of snow lay over Salt Lake City, USA. That means what? The snow was falling heavily. A thick layer was formed. But still, lights were still burning in the old clock shop. Whose clock shop? Yes, Mr. Ray's old clock shop. So here one advantage or disadvantage, in whatever way you want, you can take it. He is an old man. He is deaf and dumb. Okay, he is a deaf owner, worked on a clock. So he used to work on that clock shop. See here the old clock shop, right? So he used to work on the clock. Very minute parts and all will be there in the clock. He used to repair that. He got a good name and he used to sell that clock, and he had sold that day. So many clocks he would be selling that day, right? So he was taking accounts of that day's sales. Understood? Is it clear? So Christmas Eve had arrived. As last minute shoppers were going home, a thick white sheet of snow lay over Salt Lake City, USA. Yet the lights were still burning in the old clock shop as Ray, its old deaf owner. Ray was also old. The clock shop was also an old shop. Worked on a clock he had sold that day. Right? So having finished his work, now he finished his work. He started taking all the accounts and he closed the accounts. Ray stood up and was on his way to the back room when a cold rush of air from the front door hit the back of his neck. That time he was turning and closing all the bag, packing all his things. Okay. He was planning to go home. At that time, he felt cool air. When somebody opens the door, you will feel the cool air, isn't it? The same way he too felt the cool air rushing from the front door, hit the neck, back of his neck. Can you able to see here? One person was standing and one more person was standing near the door, right? So two persons, and he is only Ray, right? He is Ray, the shopkeeper, the oldest person. He was only deaf, right? So this clock was really wonderful, right? Now he turned to meet a last minute shopper. Okay, anyway, they came to our shop. It is our duty to ask what the customer needs, right? So, but his old wise eyes told him that this was not a shopper. This was not a shopper. That means what? By experience, this old man could able to find by seeing their eyes itself whether they are coming to our shop to buy things or they need somebody else, something else, right? So he saw two men, one in his 20s, the other closer to 50. The younger man remained at the door. The older man approached the counter with no sign of friendliness in his eyes. Ray was able to hide his growing fear as he slowly pushed a notepad and a pencil across the counter. So he turned to meet the last minute shopper, isn't it? But his old wise eyes told him they didn't come for shopping. They didn't come to buy things, buy watches or clocks. He saw the two men, right? One near the door. Can you able to see? One person was standing near the door. He will be in 20s. So his age will be nearly 20, 25 like that. And the man who is coming inside, he will be nearly 50. This is a man, right? He will be closer to 50. So younger man remained at the door. The younger man standing near the door itself, he is not coming inside. The older man only approached the counter with no sign of friendliness in his eyes. See his eyes, it was not at all friendly, right? Ray was able to hide his growing fear. So what Ray had thought? Somebody will come to what? Stole all the money, isn't it? This time when the collections will be more, that time, and that too it is late in the night, so anything may happen. So Ray got fear, but he slowly, what happens? He hid the fear and he pushed his notepad. Can you able to see the notepad in the table? Yes. So he pushed his notepad and a pencil across the counter, right? Because he was deaf. He cannot hear what the customer is saying, right? He smiled at the unfriendly face. Ray, the old man, smiled at the unfriendly face, the customer. Then pointed to his ears and shook his head from side to side. That means he is pointing out that he cannot hear anything. A quick look of surprise changed the man's face as he studied the notepad, then turned and said something to his friend. So what happens? This customer was very surprised. His face changed and he turned to his friend outside, who is standing outside. He said something. Okay. What he said, we will see that. Now, Ray used the chance to look closely at the man, paying attention to the shape of the gun and a restless hand in the man's right coat pocket. So, in his right coat pocket, the man, the customer, seems to have a gun. Anger boiled within him, but it was kept down by an inner voice that said, "Be still." So now Ray has so many emotions within him. One is great anger because the customer is having a gun, okay, and fear is there. That also, everything he was hiding within himself, and the inner voice said, "Be still, be calm." He wrote on the notepad. What he wrote? Mr. Ray wrote, "May I help you?" For the first time, for the first time, the older man looked directly at Ray and smiled. Now the customer was smiling at Ray for the first time because he is asking, "May I help you?" That means what? The customer thought that okay, he will fulfill his needs. So that satisfaction came to the customer, so he started smiling. A cruel mocking smile. That too is not a normal smile. It is a cruel mocking smile. That means a villain's smile. Okay. They both understood why he was there. So that means the customer who came, the shopper or customer, whoever it is, who came to the shop needs money. The shopkeeper, that is Mr. Ray, understood that. Okay. So they both understood why he was there. Why his friend reminded the door. Why his friend reminded the door. If somebody is coming or any danger, immediately he will give a signal and they both will escape from that shop. That is the plan. They looked like men who were down on their luck and were now ready to try something they would later be sorry about. That means, they are planning to steal something from the shop, particularly money. Okay. So that is the reason why the younger man was standing outside. They looked like men who were down on their luck. That means if they are not good enough, lucky enough, okay, they are ready to steal things. Now, Ray knows that his visitors are in need. Ray, being an old man, he knows that visitors are in need. That too, it's a Christmas Eve time. So if it is a festival time, everybody will spend more amount of money. He accepts an old watch in exchange for a good sum of money. The message of peace and goodwill spreads everywhere as the old clocks chime Merry Christmas. So this is the outline of the second part of the story, dear. Now Ray knows that the shopper needs money, right? The clocks ticked on. That means the time is moving on. Ray calmly wrote another message. There was a pin drop silence. Nobody is talking to one another. Only eyes are talking and written in the written format. So Ray calmly wrote another message. Have you come to pick up a clock or a watch? So he knows clearly that he's not coming to buy anything. But even then he was asking, he was writing and asking, have you come to pick a clock or a watch? Then he pointed to the loan board filled with the hanging clock. Loan board was there, in that shop. He pointed out that the customer pointed out that loan board. That means what? He needs loan. Children, time is up. We will see in the next session, dear. Thank you.